So I just left Harvest Church Triad. That's one of the churches here. And I don't know if I've released the video yet. I think I did. I can't remember. Let me go ahead and tell you that a lot of my videos I review and then I release them later. So sometimes it may be a very long delay before something comes out. Anyway, that side note right there. But anyway, I just left Harvest Church. Got to talk to Pastor Coyne, who I have not seen since I was a little boy. My mom and I visited Harvest when it was a storefront. So this was well over 20 years ago. And the storefront was on High Point Road, which is now Gate City Boulevard. And I just always had a very good feel for that church. And always had good feelings about Pastor Coyne. So anyway, I finally got to talk to him after the service, and that was refreshing. But you know, the word that has come to my mind about that church, and I'll go ahead and say this, I guess this is a little bit of a promotion or plug too about the church, is that every time I have been recently, I've been 3 times, it is absolutely refreshing. It's refreshing. I feel refreshed. I feel empowered. I feel, I guess in a sense, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, not regroup, Lord. I don't know why I can't think of it. Redirect. I feel redirected. There you go. That's it. You know, I worked at a group home for about 10 years, and one of the things that I found in that field was kind of the art of redirection. And the truth is something that all of us need. But anyway, that's another thing. So it leads me to this question, because I guess I'm just having a little dialogue here with you. Or, yeah, I guess dialogue anyway. Monologue, whatever. So, can you be a member of more than one church? Now, this is something that I've pondered over the years, and I don't ever think I've got a definitive answer, and it might not even really matter, simply because the church itself as a whole is as scattered and divided as it is. It might not really matter anyway. But I'm curious to get people's views on this. What is your thoughts on being a member of more than one church? Because I have always found myself wanting to invest in various churches. It's a gifting of mine. And not only that, but I think also the hard wiring of my brain and the way I have been produced by God is I don't fit very well. I'm not one that fits in very well. I'm able to talk to people and things like that, and to be social when I need to be and so forth. But I have a brain and a mindset that really kicks against the routine. I've never been one to fit in the cookie cutter mold, if you will. I am very much my own person. I'm very much my own, the way God made me, and that's it. And I don't take that as a bad thing. I've always took pride in it, honestly. It does get aggravating at times, because when you do see so many people going with the crowd, and you see people, you know, it's frustrating. And let me say this, the times, and there have been some, I would say one season, probably a few years ago, briefly, I tried to normalize myself, if you will, and tried to fit into the cookie cutter routine of things. And here's the problem with that. I had no peace, and I didn't enjoy it. I hated it, began to resent it, began to feel like I had lost myself. And you don't ever want to feel that way. And it's a very deep, dark tunnel, hole, well, whatever you want to call it, to be in. So anyway, all I'm saying, and I'm going back to the original question, can you be a member of more than one church? And if so, how does that work? So give me your opinions, thoughts, so forth. I want to hear more on this, only because I feel like I've come to a conclusion recently that, at least for the time being, I am meant to invest in. There's 3 churches that I've been visiting, 3, and I feel connected to all 3 in some capacity, and I get something from all 3, and I believe I give something for all 3. Or I would say in one particular case that the capacity for me to give is there. Let's say that, because I haven't gotten into it. So I'd say one of them is more so about what I receive, while the other 2 is kind of both. I get a little something and I give a little something. Anyway, tell me what you think about this. I just want your thoughts. Is there anybody out there who has been a member of 2 or more churches at one time? Let's go a step further and say denominations, several denominations. Ordinations. I would be curious about that. Being an ordained minister through multiple denominations. And honestly, you see, in my brain, I'm like, that actually seems like it would be a good thing to be an ordained Presbyterian minister and an ordained Methodist and an ordained Quaker and Quakers are recorded, and so forth, Baptists, etc. Because you're able to preach anywhere. And this is just me. To me, that sounds great. Now, to other people, they're like, yeah, you got to choose a side. I've seen that, and I know that there are some people that are hardcore denominationalists, I guess you could say, that are stuck on that, and it's literally like an argument between Republicans and Democrats. It's like, no, my daddy was never mind. I'm not even going to go there, but you get what I'm saying, I hope. Anyway, let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. Let's have a conversation. Talk to me.